because there's so much domestic opposition, frankly, to America putting U.S. troops on the ground in Haiti, that the Kenyan troops have become a sort of a workaround. It goes not unnoticed that Kenya is one of the largest recipients of U.S. aid. How should people perceive this? Is this, in fact, America avoiding kind of domestic outrage at sending U.S. troops in by basically paying for another country that has pretty significant aid needs to send its own troops to do the U.S.'s political bidding?
That's exactly it. These troops are going to have to go into poor neighborhoods, or what they are going to do, because that's what happened last time international troops came in trying to go after the gangs. They're going into poor neighborhoods and they're going to start shooting. They're going to shoot some suspected gang members. They're going to shoot many women, children, men, people with no connections to the gangs. And the Biden administration, for very good reason, does not want cell phone videos of American troops doing that shooting during an election year. So they reached out to other people. Canada was asked first. Canada refused. CARICOM refused. Brazil refused. West African countries refused. And finally, Kenya agreed because Kenya needed the money. And in fact, a Kenyan minister just last week, in trying to develop in support in Kenya for the mission, said, yes, we're doing this for the money. We're getting a lot of money out of this. And so it really is the Kenyan troops. Kenya had not had diplomatic relations with Haiti before August. So here is Kenya coming 7,000 miles to a country that it has no historical ties with, really to do the U.S.'s bidding at probably a cheaper cost, but also a cheaper political cost for the Biden administration.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. There's no history between these countries. They're not, I mean, obviously Haiti is nowhere near Africa, but Kenya isn't even in the part of Africa that is like facing the Atlantic Ocean.
They
don't have a history. They don't. So people are probably wondering why Haiti, of all nations, is the one getting involved here.
Yeah, there's countries in West Africa, as Bianna mentioned, that they have genetic ties, and that's where Haitians came from. They have some language ties in terms of speaking French, but also Haitian language contains some remnants of West African languages. They've got religious ties. They have lots of ties, and that's probably why the West African nations refused to do that work. So really, the people who could have done the work better knew that it was a bad idea, precisely because it was propping up an undemocratic government, and so they refused. And there's no reason. Now you have a transitional council in place that is a slight democratic opening. There's no reason why you can't wait a couple of weeks to let that transitional council decide how the international community can best help Haiti. But the only reason you can't is that the U.S. is pressed to put this mission in that's going to prop up the status quo that really brought Haiti to such a multiple